DJ Don't Stop. DJ Don't Stop. DJ Don't Stop.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up? Salute, salute, salute to all my DJs, to all my artists, to all my entrepreneurs. My name is
DJ Don't Stop.
That's me, that's me. Yeah, yeah. Tell them, tell them. Welcome back to the hot spot. Welcome back to the hot spot.
DJ Don't Stop.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to the hot spot. All right. I don't have any music playing in the background. Didn't get to that point, but it's all right. But hey, so I took a terrible loss, you guys. Anyone that follows my page, follows me, I took a terrible loss. But, I'm still in that grieve moment. But my mom always enjoyed watching my shows. She always asked for the links. There's one thing I can say. She was a big supporter of it, so I'm not going to stop. Just going to do it a little differently and add some new faces and some new things to it. But, yeah. I know, may she rest in peace. I'm going to give just a moment of silence to Lois Ann Rucker right now. This show is dedicated to her. And I love you, Mama. I always miss you, baby. I always going to love you, but I'm going to represent, okay? So, this show right here, being the first show back on the WOO, the hot spot. If you have never been on the hot spot, I've never caught the hot spot is where I interview artists, DJs, entrepreneurs, anybody that's doing good, wonderful things. I've had motivators. I've had comedians on here, and just people just out there just doing good things, man. Doing it hard, doing it well. And this is where you get a chance to see them and hear them. And some people, haven't made it to that point of like celebrity status, but the artists that come through, they are on celebrity status already. So just know that you see them and hear them here first. Speaking of hearing, catch out Live 365 app, download the WOO Radio ATL, and check it out, do it out, anytime, just tap in, tap out. It's going to be touched up, some things going to be going on with that too. Bear with me on that, but yeah. That's what's going on. Further notice. I have somebody that I want to say that I've been watching videos, years and years of videos of this man, along with other me. But this man right here, he has set himself apart. He has been doing this thing like the turntablism. He breathes it, man. He wakes up, he sleeps, he eats it, he goes back to sleep, he sleeps, he eats it, he goes back to sleep. This is his life. This right here. And it's an honor to have him on this show. I just hit him up. He said, yeah, and this is what we're doing. We're doing it right now. I want y'all to give a round of applause to Mista Sinista. I kind of forgot the button.
It's okay. What's good, y'all? How you doing, Nonstop? How you doing?
I'm good. It's don't stop. Don't.
Don't stop. See, don't stop is don't stop.
It's all right. That happens a lot. No worries.
But it's don't stop, but you're still going nonstop, but it's don't stop.
Yeah, I like that, man.
flip that little collar, but that's how I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. It's non-stop.
I like that. You did that.
How you doing, though?
Hey, I'm doing well, man. Good to see you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate that.
Yes, I have some good questions to ask. I have got to know some stuff about you, man. It's been a pleasure watching you videos of yourself and you paired with your homies. And you know, I just have to say the homies.
To my homies, thank you.
And to know, like, it's a passion, and to just be able to speak to you right now is a blessing. So I want to say thank you, thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you very much. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, I know you've probably been asked this several times, but just to get some people familiar with you, who are probably just now starting in DJing, who probably haven't even researched turntablism or such, give them a little background, just a background about you, real quick. Like, when did you start? At what age? What got you into it?
Well, that's a good question, man. I started really early. I come from a family of musical background. I mean, my grandmother's listening to stuff like Dizzy Gillespie and Louis Armstrong. These are like stuff way back in the 50s and 60s and stuff. And then, as I went older, my mom got me into the James Brown and the Blackbirds and the funk era. So I was around all of that stuff when I was younger. I mean, from birth, actually, like from 2 to 3, I was around all of that stuff. I was around a whole family with nothing but music lovers, passion genre for the genre. And actually, my father was a DJ. That's how I got started with the DJing thing. My father was a DJ in the 70s, and he was DJing in spots like Danceteria and all these little spots that were in the city. And he was doing this stuff, and he had this stuff in the house. So, of course, me at like 5, 6 years old, I would see him. And I remember back to that time. They got me a little portable turntable. I can remember back as far as 5 years old. That's crazy. So my father used to have the equipment in the house, and I remember I used to go and actually get on a chair. He used to put me on a chair, and I used to, he used to put my hands on the tables and the little faders thing. Wow. Yeah, it was a blessing with that, to the point where I learned how to do it myself, and I used to jump up to the chair, and I used to turn everything on. When I used to turn it on, I used to blast the music and damn near blast the speakers out, to the point where my father had to take the stuff, he had to unplug everything because he knew I was smart too when it started coming up. And started pressing all his equipment. He's like, he's not gonna break my equipment. But yeah, man. But it was a beautiful come up, and that's how I got started. Musically, I was around it from an early age, from birth, and my father's the one that got me started recognizing the turntables. I was always fascinated with the turntable, and my father was the first one to get me even there to look at him because he was doing it. So that's how I got started with the DJing thing.
Dang. So you basically, how some people say you came out the womb knowing what you wanted to do.
Facts.
That was your soul.
Facts.
That was you. You came out knowing.
Oh yeah.
Like all you had to do was just walk to it.
Yeah, it was directed to me by, I guess I could say, by a higher power of the Lord. It was directed to me. I guess that was what I was put on this earth to do.
Yeah. So look, I'm gonna go to a video in case y'all don't know what's going on, and he also has an album out. And we're gonna talk about that album, man. We're gonna get into it. Right now, I'm gonna get into a video. It's 5 minutes of funk with Mista Sinista. With we ain't gonna play the whole. You're just gonna get some type of feeling of Mista Sinista on these tables. And we'll go back into time, back in the 90s with him as well. But right now, let's start this off with this 5 minutes of funk. Here we go, Mista Sinista. That right there. That right there, Mr. Sinister. Oh, they wild man.
That was the flex 5 minutes of funk.
Really? That flex right there. Now, I've seen him with some other DJs, but you right there on those tables, you burnt them up, man.
Thank you.
Left, they was
Appreciate
smoking
that.
and they had to call the fire department because, you know.
It was on fire.
It was fire. I saw another clip. I was like, dang, if only I could get there. But man, yeah, I'm gonna get that one. So yeah, that's what he does, and that's right now. I'm gonna go back to the 90s and let y'all see really the true and the youngster. Like he was in it. Like this man, he tore it up. Now who got you? Who was helping you back then? Who introduced introduced you to the tricks?
Oh damn, you know, back in New York, back in the days, there was a whole bunch of radio shows on. I started pretty much with the blending, and I was listening to radio shows like Red Alert, Chuck Chill Out, WHBI, all these shows I was listening to give me motivation, and P-Rock, and all of them. And I was pretty much mixing at that time. I mean, I was backspinning and going back and forth, but I hadn't been exposed to any type of tricks like that. I mean, I knew the scratching and I seen that and all that. But the first time I was ever exposed to tricks was one of my boys that came to my house, and he introduced me to Dr. Butcher, who's actually another member of the crew, and actually my mentor, me and Rob's mentor. So he came to my house, and you know, I developed this reputation of mixing. And I thought I was the shit back then. You couldn't tell me nothing. I thought I was the best one in the world. So he was like, yo, you know, Joey, you got to go to this guy, Drew, Dr. Butcher's house, man. He did some stuff that I've never seen. I'm like, yeah, you know, he ain't better than me. Yeah, so I was like, I'm going to go over and check this guy out. But I went over there. He brought me over to Dr. Butcher's house. And, you know, Butcher was a very humble guy. And, you know, he said, nice to meet you and whatever. And then I was over there, and I'm like, well, you know, you get on the turn. We both were sitting there looking at each other. He's like, you get on. I was like, no, you get on. So then eventually he got on, and after he got on, I didn't even want to get on. So that's just the bottom line. He was doing things that I've never even seen at that particular time.
Yeah.
And I just immediately was like,
blown away.
Damn, I gotta learn. I gotta stay with this guy because I gotta have him as my master because I don't know. This is like some other shit he's doing right now, and I was never. So
where did he get his? Who was he like with a group, or he was just already?
Well, Dr. Butcher, as you know, used to DJ for G-Rap. You'll hear him, Cool G-Rap. You'll hear him mentioned in G-Rap's One Dead or Alive album. He was messing with LL Cool J and a lot of people back then. So Drew's been in the game. Dr. Butcher's been in the game for a long, long time. And he just had this field style the way he developed. And he was around all the old school guys then. And I met Rob. And Rob, he told me, you know, I got this other guy that comes over here. And he comes over too, so maybe both of you guys can come over. And that ended up being Rob Swift.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So that ended up being him. And then me and Rob would go over there, and then he started showing us these tapes of DJ seminars that I never knew those things existed until then. Like there were DJ competitions like in 88, 89 where all these DJs would battle each other and they'd be doing these tricks. And he started showing us Steve D and Aladdin and Cash Money and Jazzy Jeff and all these guys. And I was like, they have a battle for this? And he's like, yeah. And he had these things on tape. So you see all these guys doing these tricks and I'm like, wow, these guys, you know, I mean, of course there was guys doing tricks for like Cutmaster DC, big shouts to him from Brooklyn's in the house, you know that record. He was doing stuff with the basketball, minimal stuff like with that. But these guys that went in the competition were like doing stuff, jumping on chairs, and going with their feet and doing all this stuff. And I'm like, this just opened up a brand new world for me for what I knew and what I was doing, you know? And that's where I was introduced to that world of, before for me it was mixing, playing records, just going Jew-with, scratching and stuff. But when I seen that stuff, that opened my mind up to a new world of turntables and what was possible and what I could do on them. So that was the first time I was introduced to Dr. Butcher's, the first one that brought me into that world of the tricks.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to Dr. Butcher. I've heard, because I've heard Rob Swift speak on him too a lot in a lot of y'all interviews that I've seen. Yeah,
the mentor. That's the mentor right there.
That's a blessing, because I wish I would have, you know, like I said, I come from Chattanooga, and it wasn't, you know,
Chattanooga.
DJ Mix, and Wally Sparks, and you know, but they was on turntables, but they wasn't manipulating them like that. But we didn't have anybody like that, and that's a blessing to come across somebody that's been in the game, doing it in the game, and say, "Hey, I'm gonna show you this game," and you take off from that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It was. I mean, I was just at the right place at the right time, and you know, New York was like a melting pot at that time, and everybody was. I mean, to get into that, I don't mean to go off of that, but like we learned pretty much back, like today, the people that are DJing now, they pretty much have it good because you have YouTube out, you have tutorials, you have stuff. Then we had none of that. Either you knew somebody that knew how to do it, or we had to literally learn by watching people and by watching videotapes or going to battles. And at that time, the industry wasn't savvy to that. Like, it was just, you had to be in the know at that time to go. You had to be an underground head or a turntable head. Like, you was telling me something earlier about how you watched and you learned from watching, and that's how you learn. That's actually a great way to do it, because that's, back in the days, that's how we learned. It was watching. You know? You know?
Yeah, because I had people ask me, how you do that? The little bit that I do know. How you do that? I watch videos, but thank y'all for liking it.
Like, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. So, but you can watch a video too.
You can watch it too. You can do it.
Exactly. Man, some stuff I did feel like at one point I would love to have someone say, hey, no, you actually do this. And I did have some people here once I got to Atlanta.
Big shouts to ATL.
Yes, shout out to the DJs here. Man, and I did that battle. I came across a lot of DJs that that show love, and I didn't go as far as I thought, but still, they got me in the know of DJs, and these DJs are radio DJs, and it's some known DJs. They do actually DJs day out here. Actually, Mel Star came the year before.
Big shouts to Mel. So Mel Star's he's a good friend of mine. He's a great DJ, very good DJ, man.
Excellent, And
very good.
Had a chance
That's
to speak
dope.
to him too. I had a chance to interview him on here, but
nice.
But
big shouts to Mel.
Shout out Mel Star. That man he stays on Jazzy Jeff like he stays on it.
So they have a DJ day out there. That's nice.
And they have it in the park, and have last year they had Chuck Rock and
nice,
and some DJ battles and stuff like that. I entered in it, and blah blah blah. But
it's okay. Respect for joining too.
Because I'm really want to do the tricks. I'm kind of suffering a little bit with the juggles and making them
juggles. Okay.
The juggles and and but anyways, we'll talk about that later.
It's cool. It's all good. Hey, I'm loving this.
Yes, me too. We're going to get to your song because he got ReBorn. When did you drop ReBorn?
ReBorn was dropped, the digital release was January 12th. So it came out January 12th of this year. on Fat Beats, if anybody doesn't know about. So it came out January 12th for this year. And the vinyl came out on the 26th.
Oh, it's on vinyl? Oh, yeah, I should have known.
Yeah, it's on vinyl. Yeah.
I should have known. Like.
So it's on the wax. You know, you got to have it on the wax for the DJs. I'm a DJ, it makes sense to have it on vinyl.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
actually, there's a record store here. They may have it. They may still have it.
Yeah. That'd be dope if they do. Shit, that'd be great.
I will. I'll go. I will go out there. I forgot.
Okay.
Lord, let me keep going because I don't want to make no mad. My brain can only hold so much. I just went through trauma, so hold on. I'm sorry if I got names.
I got you.
If I forget names, not you. It's them out there that may look at it. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But yes, so I'm gonna get into the song that you got with someone that I spoke to, DJ Ace. I discovered him too on YouTube. Cut creator, like,
big shout out to the Cut Lieutenant. It's okay. He be getting it in. Big shout out to DJ Ace, the Cut Lieutenant. That's my dude right there.
Dang. And I'm gonna get him on here too. But he's a cool down to earth man. Like we message each other. I will say frequently enough.
Yeah.
And and he's real cool. He's real cool.
He is. He's very, very, very cool. He's a good person, and it'd be great to have a great, excellent scratcher too. Great man to have on the show. Ace, get on the show.
Tell him again.
Say, Ace, you gotta get on the show. You gotta come to Don't Stop Show. Gotta come.
Heard him.
Come to Don't Stop Show. DJ Ace, the Cut Lieutenant.
Stamped, signed, and delivered right there. Like, how was that experience, like, creating this song right here?
Oh, well, it was great. I mean, the symphony's always a classic. I always loved the symphony. And I did a first symphony on the Odd Couple album, the second one we did. And I had, only one that's not here is Rob, but I had Ace, Qbert, and I had Total Eclipse, and I had all for that. So I called it the sequel because it was the last one I wanted to do, and I got the same dudes. It was great because I always loved the symphony, and I always said I like the way that, Marley introduced them, like the next up and how it all came in. I believe that's me. Yeah. I was like, man, I want to do a DJ cut like that. And I always had that idea. And when it finally came to fruition, I finally was able to put it down. I reached out to a bunch of DJs that I knew would help my vision as well as I thought to it. So I reached out to Qbert and Ace, and I reached out to Rugged One, and they all carried the vision with me. And I sent everybody the track, and we all came through, and that's what she got there as a symphony sequel.
Symphony. Yeah, I heard that he had some dope DJs on him. DJ Qbert. If you don't know about Qbert, man, I don't know where you been. You have to know about Qbert.
Big shout to Qbert, ISP, Shortcut, all of them. Rugged One.
And Shortcut. He stays on Jazzy Jeff too, man. I mean,
they on it.
They are on it. They are on it. So we're gonna get into the symphony right here, the sequel. This is on his latest album, ReBorn. All right, you can hear it on Spotify as well. Just go on and type in Mista Sinista, and you'll get ReBorn, man. Here we go, right here.
All right now, pay attention. Pay attention. Back again. Dabbing the track. No doubt. Together. Before you on the turntable. Mista Sinista. After that, you know the flavor. I'm ghost. I believe that's Mista. I believe that's Mista. I believe that's Mista. Allow me to introduce myself.
what I give them. The rhythm. I break with the rhythm. The rhythm.
I believe that's next. I believe that's next. I believe that's next. Allow me to introduce myself. I believe that's next. I believe that's next. My man, DJ Ace. Light up the turntables on the symphony.
Check me out, yo. I'm a bad man.
Bad to the bone.
Yeah, that's dope right there.
Yeah.
Turn it up, burn it up.
Where you from? Brooklyn.
Like that. Man, that thing is dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, yes. I love that song, man. The cuts. Like, how can you tell who was doing what? Like, everybody is dope. Like,
Yeah, it's actually great because when you have like a bunch of DJs that bring a certain energy, that all bring their flavor and their skill that what they're doing, it like makes it that much better. Like it motivates everybody. That's why when I did my scratches, I didn't want everybody to just send me their parts. Like when I did my part, I sent it to Qbert, and then Qbert built off of me because I guess my scratches motivated him. And then when he sent his part, I sent mine and Rugged One's part. I sent it all to Rugged One. Then when I got all of them, I sent it to Ace. So it was kind of like I wanted. Because back in the days, we all, I come from an era where you actually had to go to the studio to do things. Like,
there you go.
you couldn't, there was no Pro Tools, there was nothing where you could do a part and, send it to this guy and then he could place it. Like, you literally had to be in the studio around each other, and that's where you caught most of the golden era hip hop, was where everybody was around each other. Like, the producer was in the studio, the MC was there, and the other MCs, the feature was there, the DJ was there, and everybody got a chance to get ideas from each other. So I kind of try to pattern that of the old school studio days. That's why I sent everybody's part each individually to everybody, so everybody can build off each other, so it will come out with an organic feel like that,
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Now, are y'all gonna do this in concert? But y'all do this live, like in a concert?
Hey, look, if the promoters, y'all seeing this, and any promoters out there that want to book that, we can. Yeah, it could be done.
Definitely, because I would love to see that. Like, other than like, I would love to see this album performed live. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That
Thank
would be
you.
dope.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
You know, because the EDM people do it. They do their
Of
albums
course.
live.
That's right. That's right. They do it. That's absolutely right. They do. So why can't it be done with hip hop?
I need to do that.
Yeah. I think Don't Stop is gonna make this happen, y'all. I think she's gonna make this happen. It's gonna be a tour, and it's gonna be promoted by Don't Stop. All gonna come down, and y'all gonna see a great show.
Because definitely, I'm sure y'all have probably, I'm sure you thought about that, and I'm sure you know the avenues to go to do it. You know how to get that thing started. But it would be dope. I think it would be dope just to get that thing and people see you recreate this album.
I agree. Yes. Brainstorming, this is where it starts.
Speaking of like getting together and recreating things, I got this clip right here that I want to bring out, and it is with you and the Executioners.
Big shouts to the crew.
Yes, DMC.
Rest in peace, Raider.
Man, we're gonna talk about him because I'm gonna tell you some weird stuff that has happened to me, and I've never met him. I'm just one of those people that like spirits. I don't know But
Amen.
I'm gonna tell you
Amen.
something. I'm gonna tell you in a little bit. I'm gonna share it.
Oh,
right
please
now,
do.
Right now, I'm gonna get into the DMC World Finals 1999 video.
Oh, good one.
Yes, where y'all are together because we was, you know, see how we segue into that. We just went on. But so I'm gonna do it like this. We're just gonna get a little bit of that too. So y'all just watch this right here, okay? And let me get this thing back going.
Rock the beat, 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 rock the beat,
Man, that thing was dope right there. Look at me over here
You like that?
multitasking, huh?
That was a great time right there in 1999. That was I remember that. I remember when we was practicing for that. That was actually a lot of hours, a lot of lost sleep.
I bet it was. I bet it was. Man. And in 1999, I was graduating high school in 1999. And I was just playing CDs on I'm just doing my grandmama's parties and stuff like that, or some cousins' parties. Didn't think, shoot, y'all, you was on it when half of the world, well, a majority of the world at that age wasn't even thinking about it. Didn't know anything about it. Yeah. You sacrificed already the time and the effort, and look at where you are now, with that sacrifice. So I applaud y'all for that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
How was it working with Rock Raider?
Raider was great working with him. Raider was like a clown, man. Like he was funny. It was always a pleasure to work with him because like he just made you laugh all the time. Creative wise, Raider out of all of us was the guy that really pushed the bar for us. Like if we were feeling the way, he would be like, "Yo, we can do it. Let's do it." And he always was the energetic one. And he's the quietest one out of all of us, but he was always the energetic one and always the one pushing us to go. Like, yo, it's great working with him. It was never a dull moment with Raider. Never a dull moment with him.
I bet it wasn't.
No,
I discovered.
not at all.
I think I discovered him through watching watching you guys do things, but I think it was kind of like on a side note because I didn't know he was a part of the group until like a little bit, some clips on down. I just heard a lot of DJs reference him a lot, and so I looked him up. But one thing I can say, so it's his birthday and his death day resonates. Like it is known. It comes out not just for the the DJs and everybody knows when, but like I didn't the days that I wouldn't go throughout because I've never met him. Of course, I've never met him. Yeah, but it's like I guess my passion of it and how I set this room up was like a rest in peace room for a lot of artists and DJs, and I would come across a rock radar video on his date of birth, and I wouldn't even know, like I wouldn't even put anything together until I just keep seeing the videos. Like the videos will circulate on YouTube. Like you don't have to search it. It just pops up. You just see it. It just pop up. And so on the date of birth. And his death day actually is the birthday of my best friend, September the 19th. And so I'm like on her birthday, like 1 year, I'm just this was like last year or the year before, like I'm just studying you guys' videos and actually I think one day I was in here just doing some tricks, trying to practice tricks, and I came across a Rob Swift video that said his date of death. It was like he not really said, he just gave a shout out to him, and so something was like, just look up and see what the day's date is, and it was his date of death. So what I'm trying to say is, it's like he wants you to know, hey, I'm still here in this DJ world. I'm still, going around looking at these DJs. I see you. I see what you're trying to do. That's how I took it. He sees you. Yes. I mean, it might be weird, but that's how I took it because he comes. I would know that's it's either one of those dates, and I'm not paying attention because I didn't know him like that, but those dates come out and he's there. He's very much prominent on those days. Oh yeah, he's just spiritually connected with that. Like that's why we always do, anywhere I go or what I do is I do a routine. I always do a routine of Raider because for him, we always do one of his routines to know that he's still with us spiritually. And I, times when I'm DJing and I get his energy when I do that. So we keep him alive by doing one of his routines all the time. I know I do it in every one of my trick sets that I do. I always do one of his routines, and he's here with us, no doubt. Like he's never going to go. We're always going to keep his name alive, and he's with us spiritually, and he's always working through one of us. Yeah. So that's how we carry it. And that's how we keep him alive. Yes. Shout out to that. Amen to that. Amen. I swear I didn't come across him, and then I just saw a lot of videos, just a lot of plethora of videos, and he touched me. And I found out about him years ago. He was like years ago, like when I was interning at a gospel station when I came across him and DJ Cubert's videos. So yeah, and that was in the early 2000s. Wow, that's great. That's great. See how things come? Things just come. Yeah. And thank you so much, again, for being here. So I'm gonna get into another song. Actually, Verbal Assault. Is that the what's the latest release from that album? Because that's the first song I came across with Verbal Assault, and that thing is on fire. Thank you. It's it was a DJ playing it. She like played it on her YouTube channel or something, and for views, like she I didn't catch her name, but I saw her video clip of your song of Verbal Assault. Oh, the Verbal Assault, right? Mm-hmm. Could have been, was it Twitch with somebody, the girl you saw? It could have been a Twitch video, but the video was on YouTube. YouTube? Yeah. Okay, it was on YouTube. Okay, somebody was playing. Okay, I got you. Okay. Yeah. It was a little Asian chick. Like it could have been Missile. Probably,
Yeah, you can say Missile is probably big shouts to Missile. Probably because Missile is she's from Bangkok, actually Thailand, and she plays a lot of she's really good. Like she does a lot of good stuff out there, and she actually played Verbal Assault. So it could have been DJ Missile.
Yeah. Let me see, cause her video came across, but I'ma look while I'm looking. I want the people to hear Verbal Assault from ReBorn. Mista Sinista, y'all, right here.
Listen, bear witness to the spooky and the sinister, the most infamous goon lyricism administered. The squad introduce you to God, you in the three-piece suit with two shooters involved. Opposite of God's children, they Lucifer's heart. Goons with numerous scars, smoking Cuban cigars. Permanently dead, bent, staying suited to charge. Murder mentally sprayed when the Uzi is sparked. Every word is like a shotgun shell. And in the hood when somebody gets shot, guaranteed nobody gon' tell. Nobody gon' talk, we the face of New York. Brooklyn in the house, you better tuck your chain if you're soft. If you came here to chase cloud, we chasing you out. Chasing to your crib, laughing at you, stay in your house. Stay in your lane, stay the fuck out of our way. Before I let the chopper spray, can all see the rock away. Listen.
Verbal assault, triple through the mix. I thought I wanna tell you.
Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place.
This is a message. No doubt. Verbal assault, triple through the mix. I thought I wanna tell you.
Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place.
This is a message. No doubt.
Yeah, grace not a thing you deserve. I got K's and you motherfuckers swing at the curb. Word, you motherfuckers really get on my nerves. It was skeletal remains, Hiram Bingham the third. You got a 22, that's a submachine. You a fucking screen door on a submarine. When you scrambling, remember the pace. You staring at Shay John B, remember the face. Remember who you looking at. 100-round drum in the dirt move. The shoemaker wear the word shoes. 4 or 5 guineas and dispersed drools. The devil walking with burned hooves. Maybe you was there with a kite. Motherfuckers had, we was sipping syrup and Sprite. My money on the wood, I'm good. Everything understandable, understood. Yeah.
Triple through the mix.
Come on, man, stop fucking playing with me.
I thought I wanna tell you.
Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place.
This is a message. No doubt. Verbal assault, triple through the mix. I thought I wanna tell you.
Niggas know the lyrical molesting is taking place.
This is a message. No doubt.
Sinister. Prime Minister. Executioners, X-Men, all that. All that. Come on, man. R.I.P. Rock Raider. X-Men. Executioners. Philly, Pennsylvania, all that. It's already like 300 homicides. And I just caught another one. Fuck dickhead.
Vinny passed.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah, Vinny passed. Big shouts to Ill Bill, Vinny Paz, Eclipse. Yeah, Vinny Paz. I'm a big fan of Vinny and Ill, man. Like those guys. Yeah, those guys, man. I love those guys so much, man.
Shout out to him. So did it take you long to get your collabos together? Who you wanted to actually have on this album?
Yeah, it took a little bit. You know, everybody was working on different time schedules, and you know, artists. You know, this is hip hop. Artists take. You know, artists always sometimes, you know, take their time on things. So, but you know, I know that Ill Bill. These guys travel, non-fiction. They travel. Vinny and all. They all travel. So it took them a minute to get that done. But I knew that the outcome was going to be great, so I just let them take their time. And for the most part, the turnaround was quick, you know, for the artists on it, with the album. It took a minute, but it was worth it. You know, I didn't mind, you know, just tracking them down and getting them. And reminding them, and then I'm going to the studio and sending them tracks. But I knew that even with the weight, when I got it, I knew that these guys, when they did it, they were actually going to put 100% into it because, again, the guys that I have on the album, I mostly came up with a lot of them. We came up in the same era.
Yeah.
You know, it's another thing in this business. It's about having relations with people. And I've came up in the era with these guys, and we all came up at the same time. We all were doing shows together back in the days. All of us pretty much performing in the same venue. So, you know, I chose the people that understood me and my vision to do it. So I knew even when they took a minute that when it came to fruition, it was going to be something amazing and phenomenal.
Damn, and it is. Like we listen to it, all day, even while I was working. Like, yes, this isn't the only album that you're welcome, man. You've dropped several albums beforehand. Do you do you think that all DJs should do that? At what point do you think you know somebody should, you know, someone like me should just, I guess, do a whole full album and do that? Yeah.
Well, you know, like I tell everybody, I think the timing or when you're ready, because I know with myself, you know, of course, everybody knows we did one album, Expressions, then we did Built from Scratch and Revolutions. We did it as a group. My solo album, I mean, Rob was on his 6th album. It took me a minute to do my solo album. I mean, I had songs, but at a particular time in my life, I wasn't musically. I was always there, but I wasn't ready to drop an album. And I felt like when I felt the urge to go, my time was there. I felt like it was the right time.
Yeah.
That's when I did it. So to anybody, I would recommend when you feel like there's no time stamp on anything. Like people hit me up, like my friends, they joke. They're like, man, yeah, you know, this album's kind of like 20 years late, but it's dope. You know, and you know, they figured, you know, to me, I'm like, I look at it like there was no time stamp. I feel like my album came at the time it was supposed to come. Yeah. You know, if it didn't come then, that means it wasn't meant to come then. And this was the time that the Lord was like, this is the time it was supposed to come. And my energy told me to do it. So that's what I would recommend anybody. Like, there's no time stamp. If you feel like you want to do an album or you feel like it's your time, that's when the time is that you got to execute it. And that's what I felt. I felt most of the times I want to do it, I'm like, yeah, I want to do it, but it felt like it didn't feel organic. It felt like I would have been rushing it. But when I started to come into myself to feel it, that's when I was like, all right, well, I'm going to capture the feeling that I have, and I'm going to get it and build on it while the feeling is there. And so that was my time to put it. And I would recommend that for anybody. When you feel it's your time, that's when you execute it.
That's when you do it. That's when you do it. And
Exactly.
You know, I didn't know that you had won a DMC East Coast title. In,
Yes. Yeah, man. I won the 1995-1996 DMC.
Yeah.
And you know, before that I came in second. I was the 1993. I came in second, and I went back. And I went back. I was good. Like I actually was in the business at that time. I was covering for the Beatnuts and stuff like that. And I was on the road. I was doing all that stuff. And actually, I wasn't planning to go back. And Eclipse, big shout out to Total Eclipse from the Executioners. Eclipse was coming into my house at the time, but he was coming around. He was real hungry and practicing. And I was already on the road. I was straight. I was with Common at the time. I was with the Beatnuts. I was doing shows. I really didn't need to do DMCs. And then I went to this station called the Mayhem Station. Mayhem was a big underground dude in New York. And I went to do his station. And I took Eclipse with me. So I did the station, and when I got back, I was just chilling. And then Eclipse was talking to Mayhem in the back. I never heard what they were saying, but when Eclipse came to my house the next day, he was like, he's like, yeah, man, I was kind of talking to Mayhem. And, I was saying, like, yo, man, Sinister, I'm going to try to get him to join another DMC. That's what Eclipse was telling Mayhem. And then he said that Mayhem was like, yeah, man, I don't think Sinister's, I don't think he's going to go. He's pretty much in the business. I think he's just not even set for battle no more. Yeah. And I don't know, like, I know Mayhem, I didn't take it personally, or I wasn't mad at it, but Eclipse told me that and something hit me and I was like, what'd he say? And he's like, yeah, he just said you're not battling, you're not really good for battling no more because you're already in the business. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah, tried to
I was like, you know what? I from that moment I said, Eclipse, you know what? I'm gonna join. And I used Eclipse to time me. So Eclipse was kind of like my guy to sit there, and I sat around for another 5 months and came up with more routines, and I had Eclipse time me until I had enough to put together a nice 6-minute routine. Yeah. And I practiced for 6 months straight. I mean, every day I was on for 5 hours practicing that same routine. It was repetitive. But I kept going. And when I ready, I went and I won. Yeah. And it's funny because Mayhem was like, he's just was shocked. He was like, he had to announce it on the show because back then every underground station, they always were informing the hip hop community or the DJ community about what was going on. And that came across his desk like a DMC, and he was like, yeah, let me look and see who won the DMC. And he was like, Sinister. He was like, my man. Like, he thought I wasn't going to do it, but it was just like a good feeling that he told Eclipse that, and I just proved him wrong. And so that's how that came about, and I won that. It was a great feeling. And then I went to the San Francisco, came second, and I got to fly out, and that was great. And it was good. Raider was the one out of all of us that took it to the world, and he won the world title. And he's the only one out of all of us that took it that far to do that. Yeah. And big respect to him because none of us did that. We all, Rob stopped after he got with Akinelli. He stopped after he came in first and he won in 1992. I stopped after I came in second. And Raider kept going and he won the world. So he got that world title. Yeah, he did. So, It was. I found out about him a long minute ago, and then I've been known ever since. You know? Yeah, man, that's great. I'm happy about that. That's a great story you told me about. You know, the connection with the birthday of, that and how things came. It does. It's spiritual. It's very. This whole thing is spiritually connected with the music and. With the universe, is spiritually connected. Yes. That energy still resonates. It still goes around. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Absolutely. And I swear that day I was in here doing some tricks. I was like, oh man, I feel the Raider in me. I was like, man, he in here with me, man. Thank you. Shout out. Thank you. But yeah, most definitely felt that, man. But I do wish I would have had a chance to meet him. Definitely had a chance to come up with y'all. Like, definitely, man. I'm and the timing. See, that's why I brought that back because your timing. You went through the DMCs and then second place, but that one right there, you said I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna finish and I'm gonna come in first. And that right there, that takes a lot of I don't know, nuts, cause you had balls. You was like, man, I'm gonna show this ball. Yeah, it took a lot. It took a lot for me, I was good. Yeah, I had to get him. I had to go a bigger pair. Yeah, man. I'm with you on that. Don't let nobody say you. Nah, man. Nah, I still got to watch me do it. Watch me. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. And then the timing. You said the timing because I know I saw a video where you were actually timing Rob Swift when he was doing his competition. Was it back in 1992? Yeah. So you was helping him with his time and to get his routine. We all. I was Rob. I was going the same way I did what Clips did with me. I did with Rob. That's how I learned that pattern. I mean, Rob was really seriously on it. Rob came from the 1991, and he actually should have came in. He should have came in second, but he came in third, and he was upset about that. So he said that he was going to come back the next year. He was going to win, and that whole next year he had me come over. I timed him, and it was every day, repetitive, mundane. But you know, repetitiveness builds that steady knowing the routines. It builds that confidence, and it builds that you know what you're doing there. And I did the same thing with Rob, and that's why you see Rob do that in 1992. And you know, we all, I mean, the executions, we battled each other. The X-Men battled each other. We were always how can I say it? We were always we never operated out of anybody but family and the people who were down. We battled each other.
Yeah.
We timed each other and battled each other, so we were very set for competition. If we had a competition, we studied the people that were going to be in it.
Yeah.
We were a very close unit. We kept things to ourselves, and we all were in our own unit. And it was harder for people to get in to know what we were doing. We kept it that way for a reason, because we wanted our own style, and we didn't want other people coming in and infiltrate it. And that's why our work ethic was very strenuous. We went in to kill people in battles. We weren't playing around when we came in. You know, we came in to let you know that we do this for real. This is not a joke for us. You know, we practice this, we do this at home. And that was instilled with us from way back, and we kept it going with us. So, and each of us have that. Like with me, Rob, Raider, Eclipse has it. We each have that work ethic. So whatever we do it 100%, and we make sure that it's gonna be the best that we have. We're not putting something out that's gonna be half-assed. You know, when I was working on my album, before I even thought about any business deal, I wasn't thinking about anything. People were like, "Yo, what label you gonna come out on?" Dude, I'm not even thinking about any of that right now. My job was to get in my creative process and make the best product possible. Because if I don't have that, I got no deal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any, not even a deal. Fuck the deal. If I don't have good product, I don't have the fans that are going to support me. I need my first goal as an artist is to make sure that my fans are happy.
Yeah.
And make sure that the people that support me are happy. That's first and foremost. And they have to love it, and they have to, once I see that they love it and the streets love it and the people around, then I'm able to go, well, you know, who can I look for? Yeah. And that's what I did. And just to know, I don't mean to monopolize the conversation, because you probably got more questions. Is it okay?
No, I usually let people just, hey, this.
Yeah.
Because this is,
so,
you know, they get to know you.
Yeah. So in case anybody didn't know, like Fat Beats, Joe, a big shout out to DJ Jab. Joe actually was the first one that made the first video. Joe Jab, the owner of Fat Beats, was a DJ himself, and he was into the hip hop community. He was in hip hop, and he believed in us heavy. And he's the first one that made, if anybody knows, a video called Exercise. If you look at it, he's the one that put it out. And Joe ended up started being our manager when it was me, Rob, and Raider before Eclipse. And Joe is the one that put the video out of us and took us around. And when we were going around, people didn't understand us. Like when we were DJing and beat juggling, that was something new to people. They were just looking at us.
I can imagine. They're like, man, what the hell y'all doing? I just want to play
We've had people come up to us saying, yo, okay, while we were DJing, like, yo, can you guys play some reggae? Like, they didn't know what the hell we were doing. Like, we came in that time, and in case anybody else didn't know, I worked at Fat Beats. I worked at the first store that ever opened, the first location. I worked there, and I was an employee. I worked there with Ryan and Clint. All of us worked there. That's when Premier. That was the era of Gangstar, and all the Premier was coming in buying thousands of records. I got most of my collection of records from Fat Beats. And when I left, when Joe closed that location, he expanded. He moved to another location, was his second location. I was on the road then, and I came back to work at that Fat Beat. So all the people that know me, they know I worked there, and I was an employee, and I worked there, and I played the records, and I played, and everybody was coming to Fat Beats, all the artists were coming to check on the records. So I was an employee of Fat Beats for at least 5 or 6 years, for the first store in the second store. And, you know, even when I was on the road, Joe allowed me to come back. So I had a personal relationship with Joe, and I got to meet so many artists that came in to Fat Beats from that time, and the vibe at that time was great. I mean, Fat Beats was a landmark. They were the best record store. People from overseas were coming. They were ordering records. People that came from overseas, the first place they wanted to go was the Fat Beats. And people that was rhyming in front of the stores in Fat Beats. People were selling their mix CDs in front of Fat Beats. Fat Beats was a monument and a name. So as the record business started to fade and Serato came out and the records started going out, Fat Beats switched to digital distribution. They still, Fat Beats is like the best label you can be on for hip hop. It's known all over the world. Like and they switched to distribution, and they were the best distribution company. So as I was doing my album, I felt like I had like at least 5 joints, and I know Joe personally, and I was like, you know, what label best to be on than Fat Beats? Because I work for Fat Beats, and I got a personal relationship with Joe. Joe's the first one to start the match, and I hit Joe up, not knowing what was gonna happen, and like, yo, Joe, you know, I got a product. I'm working on some stuff, and I was only like 6 songs in, and he was like, I asked him, like, are you interested in like doing a project with me? And he was like, Sin, no problem, dude. I'll do one with you. Like, you know, you know, because he knew that I'd never put out an album. It was my first debut album. It made sense. I didn't want to go with any other label, and you know, it was either putting something else out or doing with Fat Beats was the best way to go. And Joe was like, yes. So I involved him in the project. You know, just to let you guys know, anybody's doing music, most of the time these guys they take a product, they throw it, they give it to the distribution company, and then they just let it go. It's not how you do it. Because I wanted the energy to be felt. I wanted the label to feel it so they could put their energy in for promotion and do all that. So what I did with Joe was, Joe's also a DJ. It was not like Joe is just a record owner. Joe is also a DJ as well. So I can converse with him on that level. He understands. He's not just a business guy that's like, yo, yeah, well, just hand it. I don't know. Like, I can actually talk to Joe because we got a history. And Joe understands the DJing thing. So it made it that much more better that I could speak to him like that. So
that makes
while
sense.
I was doing my album, I was letting him hear how the process was going. Like, I was sending him things like Symphony Sequel. I was sending him the tracks when they weren't finished. Like, yo, Joe, this is the idea I had. It was, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, I was involving him in the process because I was able to. And he was like, yo, yeah, like, I like that. And so getting him hyped is the best thing. And getting the person that is going to put your album out, the best thing you can do is get that person hyped because they're going to believe in it and they're going to go hard with it. And Joe allowed me to be, he allowed me to be free with my expression. Like, we talked, but he allowed me to be free with what I wanted to do, and he allowed me to follow my vision. He didn't try to control it and go,
like,
yo,
nah,
this is not this. He allowed me to be who I was. And
that's what's up.
Yeah, that was a great experience. And then, you know, I brought him through the whole project. And when we were coming down for pictures, I had some in mind, but Joe was like, no, I got some pictures here. He had some old photos of me and Fat Beats, like actually DJing at the store.
Wow.
So he was like, no, I'm going to send you those and try to pick out something from those if you can. And I was like, bet, you got. So he sent some, and I picked out one, and I was like, I'm going to take this one. And it was cool. So anybody that sees the ReBorn cover album and they see the front, that was actually taken in Fat Beats in the store while I was working in the back, and you see me with the back hat on. That was taken at Fat Beats while I was in motion. And Joe had that picture for years. So that made sense to put that on the front of the cover. So in case anybody want to know where that picture came from, that was actually in the store while I was working at Fat Beats.
Fat Beats.
You know?
Yeah, because I was looking at that photo. I ain't gonna lie. I've been looking at it like, wait, and it's a young him. It's a young he on here. Where was he at?
So I didn't mean to talk so much about that to get that out.
Yeah, but man, you still look like how you look back back in the day, like for real.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And because I was definitely really wondering that. But hey, I'm gonna go back to a video. I think we have. I think I have one more video.
Okay.
1996. Is this the 96? This is I don't know if this is before, but no, this is Beach Street Record Store Showcase.
Oh, Beach Street. Okay. That's a good one too.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get into this one, and we're gonna come back to Mista Sinista right here on the WOO Radio ATL with your girl, Miss DJ Don't Stop.
Good reading material.
That man bad right there. That man is a bad man right there, yo.
That was Beach Street too.
That was?
Yeah, was that Beach Street Records? Yeah, I think it was. I heard the crowd behind it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about the location? Yeah.
Yeah, Beach Street. Yeah, that was in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. There was a lot of people around, right?
Yeah.
It was a store.
You miss those
Yeah.
days? You miss those days?
Yeah, yes and no. But I like them. That was the vibe. I mean, you couldn't DJ any. I mean, if you were around, you'd have to. People were coming to see you, especially if you did an in-store. That was an in-store we did.
Yeah.
So you couldn't get away from the crowd, but you wanted the crowd there because, the crowd was the energy, and if you got the crowd, you knew that you was doing something right.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, may I ask? Because I know, but I know it's some DJs that do that get your grip going, right? You lick your fingers. You lick your fingers. They get your grip.
Yeah.
Because I want to know, because I'm trying to do it. I actually am trying to do my jugglers with because I can feel the grip better. But I don't know, are you doing it with your weak hand, or you just do it when you, it's just mentally? Because I don't know
lick the fingers?
Yeah.
Usually when that happens is because sometimes, if your hands are cold or you grip the record better, you get more traction when you do that. The record slides. Sometimes the record has a slip. Your hand is cold. I know sometimes my hands are cold,
Yeah.
or I'm not. The record is sometimes like record could be cold, or the record could have not a grip.
Okay.
When you lick it, it gives you a little more traction
Yeah.
to feel it better.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Cause I was trying to, I didn't know whether I would need to do it with my weak. I don't know, I don't know the concept.
You do
of shit.
it.
I just see
Any hand you want, whatever hand you're comfortable with to do it. Like if you need to do it with both hands, do it with both hands. But usually the hand that you're doing the most on, that's the hand.
That's the hand. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now see, I just see stuff and I'm wondering, and I'm just wondering. I just see stuff and I don't know. Like I said with the tone arms, I still want to know how to put these damn needles on.
You just screw. You screw.
I got that part. It's the weighing. I don't know if I'm doing the weighing right, but I want to also put my records on. I want to know. I want to get to the roots that I didn't get a chance to get to. Like I'm Michael Jackson, didn't have a childhood.
No, this is the weight. Right here. This is the weight, right? So usually the weight would be flipped backwards. They have hold on, I'm gonna take this off right now.
Yeah.
Let me see. So you screw out the weight. Your weight should have something like this. You see, like it have like some numbers on it. I think.
Yes.
I don't know if the new ones have the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, those got the. I got the 1000, so they definitely got.
Okay, they don't have the numbers, right?
Yeah, they got the numbers. Yeah.
Well, the numbers, which you just these ones you can turn around, and you flip where the numbers are. You just put the numbers facing out. That's the other side, and those sides, yeah, they will go on the back of the arm. We just push them all the way in.
Really?
Yeah. And then they stay in. Just push them.
No myth.
Take that big ball,
They
push
got
them right
these
on the
myths.
tone arm, push them all the way till they go to the end.
For real? That's all you do?
That's all you do. That's all you do.
Wait a minute, I'm sitting up here looking at YouTube videos. You gonna do this, and you got to wait ahead.
Nah, you don't
gotta
have
do
to.
it, and I'm like, man, how the hell?
Yeah, very easy. You push them all the way in, and your tone arm is great.
Damn. So it doesn't matter what weight the needles are.
I mean, it does if you want. Basically, you don't want your needles to go like this. You don't want your tone arm to be moving. You want it to be solid to where it's going to stay on the needle, on the record. So as long as you feel it and it's going down, it's cool. If your shit is lightweight and you put your shit down, it goes.
What if
You
it,
know
is
what's
it ever
featherweight.
grinding into the record?
You don't want it grinding. You just want it to where it's on the record and the arm is heavy. It's not that heavy, but it's not light to where it's gonna come off the record.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And you'll know by the feel when you put the needle on to the record. You'll know, and you'll see it that it's staying solid. And when you scratch, it's just there. It's not going up and down.
Okay.
You know.
'Cause I'm on these
Yeah, it's
girl
simple.
content.
It's simple. I can show you how to do that. That's very simple.
Okay. All right. I believe you because I would enjoy you showing me how to, because I'm like, man. I've asked the DJ down here by the name of DJ Phil X. He's real good.
Yeah.
Actually DJ with oh God, what's Treat 'Em Right. What's his name? I've went blank.
Chub Rock.
Chub Rock, yeah. Me and
Chub
Names
Rock, yeah.
sucked today. But yeah, Chub Rock. And I asked him, he said he was gonna help me. I gotta get back to him.
Nice.
But I need you to
He
help
would
me.
know. He's been around Howie T. Chub Rock is a definite legend. So he's definitely from the old school. So he knows.
Yeah, man. That era. And I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I've always loved New York. I always wanted to go to New York because New York is, to me, was the history of hip hop. Definitely not just, but that is what New York is. So even being a country, kind of country city girl, I don't know what you want to call Chattanooga, but anyways, but I don't say down there. I don't talk like that. But anyways. But yeah, so me in New York, I've never had Tim's, but I went out and bought me some Kmart boots that was brown, kind of like Tim's.
Whatever looks like them. They had lugs out here.
Yeah, I've always had the look and the want and the swag, but I've never been. And
That's okay. It's all right. Represent for Chattanooga, yo.
Chattanooga, choo-choo. But
Hey, look, Tennessee got a good music scene down there, don't they?
yeah, so Chattanooga is blues. Well, you know,
Blues, right? Yeah, right.
Bessie
right.
Smith and all that good stuff, and you got Knoxville. I think Nashville.
Knoxville.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
Knoxville and Nashville is
Knoxville,
country, and that's what they do there. I think Nashville is like the mecca of country though right now. I believe it's Nashville. I can't remember.
Nashville is a great town. Nashville, how far is that from Texas?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because they said that a lot of people from Texas that went down to Nashville because it was like the music scene was like really getting nice down there.
They say a lot of California artists have migrated to Nashville because of the real estate is cheaper and it's still has that little feel of whatever they're looking for. But yeah. Kudos to them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm down here in the rap mecca where everybody's little babies.
Oh yeah.
But everybody's a little baby or the baby or about to be the baby or we baby, somebody baby. But yeah. But man, I have enjoyed this interview and I do thank you so very much. You know.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, this is great. This is like, I don't really get interviews like where, there's a lot of stuff you brought like some good questions and you brought like some good energy to interview. I don't get that. Normally it's just straight questions and straight, but you play videos and stuff. It's great for me. Like it actually inspired me to do some things when I get off the phone. I want to just do some more stuff.
I'm gonna get over here too. Don't mind.
Yeah, great. Thank you for having me though.
Man, no, you are very welcome. It's an honor to have you. Like, thank you for being here. Like, shoot, thank you for saying yes and committing to it. Like, you didn't have to. And I really do appreciate that.
No problem. It's not a problem. We're gonna get Ace on there too. Ace, you gotta come on. The Club Lieutenant. Big shouts to him. Ace, we need you up here, man. We need you to get on Don't Stop Show. Very good show. We need you to get on here. And we need you to represent for my girl, Don't Stop, because she's definitely putting it in. She's definitely got the spirit in her for this stuff. She's going to be doing some big things. So,
thank you.
Ace, yes. And other DJs too. I would advise y'all to get on the show because, as you see what's going down on the show with me. So y'all guys get up here and y'all can rock. What?
Yeah! Gotta do it like that.
Have to. You got to. That's all you got to do it like that.
I tried to set myself apart from something. I know, some they are just sitting down asking questions. I'm like, man, I don't really want to just be sitting down. I want to be a little, let my media degree at least shine a little bit here. Student loans, you got to show something. But no, definitely, we're going to have to do this again. We'll do this again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Please.
I'll be honest to do it again. You just gotta let me know, and I'll be definitely honest to do it again. No problem.
Y'all heard it here first. Now tell them where they can hear your album. Tell them how they can get it and everything. Give them the spiel.
Okay, well, ReBorn is available on all digital platforms. You just gotta choose yours on Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, on top of any other things. You can also order it. You can pre-order it at fatbeats.com if you want the vinyl for you vinyl guys. You guys could also hit. I got like 6 copies laying around. I could sell. I could. You guys want to hit my Instagram DM, which is DJ Mista Sinista Official, DJ Mista Sinista Official page. You guys can hit that. My DM. I can sign a copy for you. You can purchase order, and I can send it out to you guys. Just check my medias, and the album's available everywhere. We also, for you guys that listen, I also do a show with my lady, DJ Sapphire. We do B Minus Radio. Big shouts to B Minus, Evil D, Mr. Wall. We do B Minus Radio every Sunday. Every Sunday you come 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. The show's called The Rewind. And we do that every Sunday from 2 to 4. You guys can just download the B Minus Radio app, or you can go into www.b-radio.com. So for you guys, and we go for 2 hours. So you guys that like to listen to the mix, and we play everything from funk, soul, hip hop, R&B. We play. You never know what you're gonna hear. We got a good show, so we do that. The show's called A Rewind. Again, we come on every Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. on Beat Minus Radio. And yeah, you know, it's a good thing. We're just gonna keep it going.
Hey, yes, him and DJ Sapphire. They are the Beyonce and the Jay-Z of the turntables right now. The DJ. Tell I said that, you know what I'm saying? You got it. And so y'all need to check that out. And that's on Sundays. I think I posted too as well. Hey there, hey.
She said, hey.
So that DJ Sapphire right there. How you doing? She's chilling. She's relaxing.
Yeah, she's sitting down doing a thing. She's mixing something right now. She's always working and doing something. Like it's a great team up. So she's mixing something. I'm doing an interview, and
I like that. I like that teamwork. Yeah, I like that. I wish I could find some. I want someone like that.
Oh, you will. You definitely will. That'll come. I have no doubt about that.
Yeah.
The universe will line you up because you have great energy.
I tried. Thank you on that. Oh, I did have one last question. Really quick. The switching of the executioners, the names. What caused the names to change? Was it different people coming into the group or different people leaving?
Great question. Yeah, well, we had the X-Men, and when we came out with that, we put that out. You notice in the first album or whatever we were doing, it didn't have the comma because we had, when we started doing that first album, of course we had to get clearance for the name from Stan Lee, who created the X-Men, you know, and he didn't want it. So we were actually going to start a group of other DJs that were under us, which was going to be shortcut. We were going to start another division. It was going to be the X-Men, then we were going to have the Executioners, which was going to be another set of DJs that were going to come up under us, but they were going to be under the X-Men. But when Stan Lee pulled that, and he was like, well, we couldn't clear the name, and he didn't want us using it, we were like, well, I guess we got to call ourselves the Executioners. And that's why we became the Executioners, because of business things and Stan Lee. Yeah.
Stuttering Stanley.
Yeah. You know, Stan Lee he wasn't having it. He was just like, nah, I don't want no hip hop. I don't want nobody using that name. Yeah. Like, all right, dude. It's cool.
Yeah. So whatever, man. You can have your X-Men. We'll be the Executioners. And you guys live to that name, too, because you executed, you studied, you practiced, you stayed down. And, hey, some people don't do that these days. And you displayed that, and this is what you get from it. You know, you still are able to go around and DJ. The
fruits of the labor, I call them. You know?
The fruits of the labor. Like, really, you can really go to any club and say, hey, let me DJ for the night. Forget your DJ that you got tonight. Fuck them. Give me this night. I'll pay me this, and I got it. And they'll say, yeah, okay, hey.
Right. Yeah.
Like, really. Hey, I believe you can. I think you really can.
Yeah. Hey. If you could believe it, if you could dream it, and you could believe it, you could achieve it.
You know? Tell them to shut this, move him out the way. I'm finna shut down the club tonight. Tell that DJ to stay home. Give me $1,200. $1,200. $1,200 right now for 2 hours.
Yes. Well, it was great talking to you. Great being on the show.
Same here. Well, thank you very much. And you guys know where to find him at. You heard ReBorn is out right now. Mista Sinista, you see the name. And hey, you see the face, look them up on YouTube, look them up, Google them. You'll come up with a whole plethora of things that would take you years to go through, like really. All right, and thank y'all for tuning in to the Hotspot, the WOO Radio ATL. Check us out Tuesdays and Sundays and any days because this is what we do here. I'm gone, Miss DJ Don't Stop. Thank you. I'm gonna say execution.
hey, say either or. Thank you.
Mista Sinista. All right, we out. Thank you.
Thank you.